Hey ladies and gents, it's Zembak, and we are doing the most broken piece of shit tank in this game. More broke than the Defender, T67, any of that stuff. This thing is, I can't even believe it even exists in this video game. I bought this like 4 or 5 years ago when it was used to be on sale regularly. Now it hasn't been on sale for quite a while, and it's just popped up on the EU as one of the tanks that they voted on as the rare tank they'd like to buy again. Oh my god, what a piece of machinery this thing is. Let's do the history first before I get into the absolute just fucking insanity that this thing is. It's called the leFH18B2 for a reason. The leFH is light field howitzer, which is 105 millimeters. This was accepted into the German Wehrmacht as their standard field piece. Of course, it was towed. It just had the 2 wheels and was towed behind a whatever they had running around, horses, trucks, whatever. 1942 they had, and this kind of goes back to their to their TDs about whatever the fuck they had laying around. Well, they had a lot of captured hulls of different tanks, and they had tanks that were already outdated and stuff. So they said, yeah, let's do this. So they took the, which is the B1 in the French line, the heavy tank, chopped the turn off, right? Now the B2 is the result of the B2 is that it just, for some reason, when they captured the French tanks, they of course used them and called it a B2 instead of a B1. That's the reason why it has the B2 on the back. But for all purposes, it's just a chopped up B1. So they chopped the turn off. They welded some metal around the outside of it, and jury-rigged a mount for their 105 howitzer. Excuse me. So, I don't know exactly how the numbers they were built. I don't know. Nobody knows. I don't think that I've ever seen the actual numbers of these tanks built. I shouldn't say tanks. Artillery pieces. They did, like I said, they did exist. There's pictures of these things running around. They were massive. The B1 by itself was huge. Then you add this massive thing on top of it. Yeah, they were easily as tall, if not taller, than probably close to like a Tiger 2. That's how big this machine was, at least height-wise. So with the 105, yeah, they used it during the war. I don't know if where exactly it was used at. There's not a lot of information out there on the leFH18B2. It's one of those deals. Of course, they welded over the plate where the 75 millimeter used to stick through. Because why the fuck do you need a 75 when you have a 105 millimeter? So now, back to my rant about how broke this tank is, because it is fucking just stupid. The 2 videos I got running here that I'm going to show you, and I'm running with nothing but a 100% crew. No BIA, no special features on it, other than the fact that I threw on some premium consumables just to kind of help it out, just to see how broke this tank could be. And you see people running around in this tank with thousands and thousands of games for a fucking reason, right? There's a reason why there's players that have thousands and thousands, tens of thousands of games in this tank, because it's so fucking broke. There's nothing in tier 5, 6, or 7 that even comes close to. I just tier for tier. If this thing sees 4s and 5s, even 6s, 7s, and you'll watch what I'm talking about with the 7s, because there's a reason why this thing is so stupid, even at tier 5. Probably because when the artillery nerf came about, they took away the AP rounds from artillery. GWE, GW Panther, all the artillery pieces lost their AP round, except for this one. This one gets a heat round with 104 penetration. Normal HE gets 53. Not only does that, it still gets an AP round with 64, but it gets a heat round. Besides the AP round, it gets a heat round. So this one's only got 64 penetration. This heat round gets 104 penetration. So not only at tier 5 can you deal with tier 7 heavy tanks. You fucking go right through them. And you'll watch in the video what I'm talking about. So yeah, not only is it broke, but they never completely changed the loadout. They never nerfed this tank when it comes to premium shells. And in the first game, I didn't use any heat. The second game, I put on some heat shells just to show you exactly what this fucking thing can do to a heavy tank when it runs into it. I played 4 games with it, and I didn't have a game under 1,300 damage with it. 2 of the games were high caliber metals. Yeah, this is an artillery piece. So, fuck you, Wargaming, again with the broke shit. I mean, yeah, like I said, this thing's been around forever. But now they're just like, yeah, you know what? We're going to charge $60 for this thing, and you're going to buy it, and you're going to be running around 5, 6s, and 7s, or the sad-ass Tier 4s that run into this thing that just because it one-shots Tier 4s. It one-shots Tier 5s. I mean, yeah, Tier 5 are TDs. Just get fucking wrecked. But yeah, broke as fuck. So, I decided to do the video on it. My son was sitting here. He's like, he's 8. He's like, Dad, we gotta put camo on that. So he said, all right, pick a camo, and he picks the football, the orange. Yeah, we might as well because it's just so broken. Let's have some broken fucking camo on the side of it too. Bright orange. Fuck me. So 410 average damage per shot, 53 average penetration, 7.78 rate of fire. That's fucking insane right there. Because not only once you hit something, you track it, you can keep tracking it until it's dead. And you know, watching the video what I'm talking about. 7.71 second reload time, 23.89 for the gun traverse speed. And I didn't put I just left 100% crew just to show you how broke this tank is. So not only does it get seriously insane rounds, it also gets 4 degrees gun depression. Yeah, 4 degrees gun depression. You can TD a lot of shit with this tank. 15 for the gun traverse limits, 4.27 aim time. Yeah, that's 4.27. Once again, not even to the BIA and all that kind of stuff. Dispersion 0.68 and 3,192 average damage per minute, which will only go up. That's 3,190. There's fucking tier 9 tanks that can't produce that kind of average damage per minute. 260 hit points, 60 on the hull, 60 on the side, which if you're a tier 4 tank, you're going to have trouble penning this tank. Yeah, so not only does it have a little bit of armor to deal with some light tanks, it's got an insane gun. 34 tons, 307 engine power, 9.31 specific power, 28 top speed, not the fastest thing in the world, but not the worst either. And then that's one glaring problem that it has, of course, is concealment. It does not have camo worth an absolute damn. Yeah, but then again, you might as well give it one small thing like, camo. Fuck me. Spotting, 407 view range. I have no optics on this tank. None. Zero's out. Nada. I don't even have any sort of cruise skill for this tank yet for view range. 407. Better than most tier 8s. Better than some tier 9s for spotting range. Base spotting range. Now remember, this is base. All this is 100% crew. I do have the 10% with the strong coffee, but still, even at that, you're still only going to drop down to probably 390, which is still pretty fucking good for a base view range. So, I'm going to bring up the game for you guys to watch in this tank. I'll bring up 2 games. One was just fucking stupid, and the second one was just as bad. Yeah, I don't know what to say. I have less than 50 games in this tank over 5 years ago that I bought it, and I just feel dirty when I play it. Just absolutely dirty. So, but however, it is on sale, and if you really want to be a seal clubbing extraordinaire, go buy this thing, because this is probably, in my opinion, one of the best seal clubbers, bar none, in the game. This thing just wrecks everything it runs into. T67s, if you want to see T67 platoons run around with 20,000 games each, whatever, this thing fucking one-shots those like it's going out of style. So yeah, I'll bring up the game for you guys to watch, and you can watch this fucking OP tank in action. Alright fellas, back with the first game in the old leF. Oh, and you're just... And I, like I said, I've hardly ever once in a blue moon play this tank. And it's just, every time I play it, I'm just like, wow, how is this not illegal? How is this thing even allowed to be in game? And of course, I played 2 games into it today. Both games were over 1,200 damage. This one was actually 1,558 damage. Yeah, high caliber, top gun, with a shit crew in it. Just ridiculous. And it's a perfect map for this thing. And there's just not a whole lot about it. I mean, other than the speed and maneuverability, there's nothing flawed about this tank. I mean, you know, like I said, it's not really an artillery piece. It's a 105 derp gun that you'd find on the PZ4, the M4 Sherman, with arty view. That's essentially what it is, because it has no splash damage. Everything you have to do with this tank, you have to actually hit the tank. Which, like I said, is a good thing because, well, not a good thing, but not a bad thing because this thing doesn't really care. Yeah, it's just super accurate. KV-1S pushes up, runs into the Excelsior, lays out my first shot. That actually almost hit the tank, but all I get was no damage, but I do get a small 5-second stun to it. So, lay out my next shot here. Don't get him. And now I got a big push here. I got 3 heavy tanks, KV-2, Churchill, and a KV-1S here. So, pull back. These guys are getting pushed. I'm going to have to start knocking tanks out. So I knock out the KV-1S, which isn't a big deal because, you know, with the 8-second reload, who cares? Pick up the Churchill coming through, miss the Churchill, and this KV-1S is just getting wrecked. Oh, he is getting wrecked hard. So that leaves me having to need to do something here and nail the first shot on the Churchill. And like I said, watch the reload. He cannot get his tracks up fast enough to get away. You know, the aim circle is almost perfectly matched with the reload timer. So as soon as the reload timer is done, it's zoomed in. Yeah, he picks up the KV-2 leaving. He knows he's kind of fucked. He doesn't know what to do here. Put out the first shell, the KV-2, nail him in the side, set him on fire. Now watch this, folks. He's tracked. He can't go anywhere, and it's just boom. Yep, he's there. I know he's there, and they are just laying into him. I'm laying into him. Each one of them shells going in, I know is hitting him. I'm tracking him over and over and over again. He has no chance. He just cannot do anything. Finishes off the KV-2. Disgusting. Like I said, the dirty feeling right now, I'm going to go take a shower right now. That's how stupid OP this tank is. So we got the Sarl 42. And like I said, even with the range, this is a big map. This has no problem. I just drop one right there on the SARL, get the critical hit, don't get any damage on him, but that's alright. Got the T-34 pushing up here on the PZ-4D. We're just going to throw a shell in there. Unfortunately, he's getting a little too close for comfort here, and so I'm going to have to move out. I could actually play this as a TD if I really wanted to with the gun depression. I mean, 5 degrees, it's better, some better gun depression than some tier 10 mediums. Wow, and it's an artillery piece. So, on the move. Got that whacked out camouflage job. I am just, you know, I guess I let him choose it. I should have been paying attention. Right. So, already up to 2 kills. Showing 547. And we're going to pick up our next target here, which is the M44. And you know what? I don't really need to aim this thing because, you know, reasons. We'll just do that half aim thing. Yep. M44 is dead. There's just so many things wrong with this tank. Somebody ammo racks the M37. I'm sure the PZ-4D probably is carrying that big old derp gun. So now we're sitting at 3 dead. Pick up the Stug 3. He's sitting back there. And you notice I'm not even firing the heat round. The heat round, if you use the heat round, and I'll be honest with you, is just stupid OP. Pick up the Stug 3B, puts up to my 4th kill. That Stug, if you put, or that heat round, if you put it in there, yeah, tier 7 tanks are just, they're toast. Pick up the Jackson. One great thing about the artillery piece, with no splash, you can pull shit like that and not having to worry about messing up your teammates. So, we got the Lukes, 1 TD left, and of course an artillery piece. What do we got here? There we go. Ooh, there he is. SU-100, SU-85B, And I was in a hurry here because I figured, there's probably not much chance I'm going to get a shot. Yep, as I fired, I lose him. However, that's all right. I got 8 seconds later. Here we go. 8 seconds later. Yeah, we're just going to throw that out there. Nail the bishop. Fuck me. I just, like I said, just sickening to the point of why this thing is in game. I don't know. If you haven't got it and you have a chance to buy it, go buy it. So, pick up Acid Rhino. He's just hanging out there. Yep, 340 health. Here it comes. Yep. My shell. Oh, went right into him. And we'll see how much health he's got left when he comes around the corner. Oh, 35 health. And I don't get to finish him off. So, 6 kills, Top Gun, 2 bonds, tier 5, broken piece of shit. Wargaming, thank you for, once again, and this thing's been broken for so long, it isn't even funny. Yeah, 1,558 damage with a shit crew. And yeah, unreal. So hope you guys enjoyed the replay. Don't give me any down likes, you pricks, because it's an already video. I just had to put it up because it's, you know, on sale, and it is what it is. All right, guys, back with the second game in the LEF, and we are, yeah, this is a tier 7 match, tier 5 artillery. Now remember that, fellas. Now I got another LEF on my side. This is insane. This was a 1,500 damage game. Just like the last game, 1,500 damage. 1,500 damage in a tier 5 artillery. Very easily. Now, I loaded 4 rounds of heat just to show you how stupidly insane this tank is. The fact that it has a heat round with 104 penetration at tier 5. You know, because there is some heavies on the other side. Yeah, we're going to show you what this does. So I'm going to pull over here to the 8-9 line. I typically go over here because it's usually the 8-9 is a long time for them to break through. However, 1-2 is known to collapse on a regular basis rather quickly. So I'm a little safer on this side. It also gives me a little bit better shots on that centerpiece here. So I'll move on over. Like I said, not the greatest mobility in the world, but like I said, it's a fucking artillery piece. What did you expect? However, it does get around pretty well with that 5%. 5 degrees of gun depression. Pretty interesting. Pull on over here. We got the Leo, the M4, and the Cromwell already moved up. So we're gonna move this big old ass around, and we're gonna start looking for my first shot here on the Cromwell. Wee Chang. Oh, be there, Quee. Come on. Ooh, not quite. Not quite. Aimed in there, nothing. Kui Chang has moved around the side of the hill, but that's all right. 8 second, 7 point, whatever second it is, and we're right back on fucking target here. Put a shell into him for 120, and yeah, he's tracked. There's nothing he can do right now. Put another shell out there. Oh, yep, hit him again. That's the crazy thing about this tank. I got the assist damage out of it as well, and some more damage when I hit him. He's moved now, so hey, once again, it fires so quickly that once you're tracked, you're kind of fucked. And that's what I'm kind of showing here. So pick up the T-34-85, yep, nail him in the side, get him with the track shot, pick up some 361 assisted. This isn't really, in my opinion, even really an artillery piece. This is a 105 millimeter derp cannon like you would have on the M4 with artillery view. It does not have splash, but it does have, you have to hit to do damage with this thing, but it hits almost every time. Boom. KV-85 dead. He didn't have a chance. Once he was tracked and he blew his repair kit, yeah, there's nothing he can do here. So, back over here to the Cromwell, and I'd really like to get rid of Kui Chang. We got a Cromwell, it's P-43, some Dickers, E-25, that kind of thing. Put the shell up. Yeah, unless you're hitting with this tank, you're not going to do damage because it has almost no splash. I believe like 1 meter splash. So unless you like lay right up into the track, you're not going to do anything. Put a shell out there, don't finish him off. Now, we've got the IS, and this is what I was talking about, the heat round. I loaded it for a specific reason, and this is why. I used one of the heat rounds on the KV-85. So now, what I'm looking for here is, I'm not going to do a whole bunch of damage to him with HE shells. What I'm looking for is for him to be tracked. And that's what I'm doing with the HE shell. I'm waiting for him to be tracked. Put out the, I wasted the heat round on him, and now I'm just waiting for him to get into position where I can get a nice shot on him. And he gets tracked, and heat round incoming, 355. Pens the IS, no problem, because fuck you, you know? Why not have a artillery that has a fucking heat round? So the poor IS is tracked right now. There's nothing he can do. He's taking shells left and right. He's taken 3 now. The other LEF is paying attention as well, so he's just working him over. He misses, and I hit the 2 tanks, so now he's most likely gone. So we're not going to waste any more shells there. It is one, besides his one downfall of being no camo, it does not have the greatest amount of ammunition, especially when you fire every 7 point some odd seconds here, or whatever it is, when it's fully upgraded. When it's fully upgraded, it's just, I'm assuming it's just going to be stupid. They come around on the Leo. Chaffee does a fucking suicide scout here. He gets nailed by the Cromwell, and we're going to see if we can nail the Leo. Come on, Leo. Like I said, with no splash at all, you have to hit targets. There's just no way around it. Don't finish him off. It's a 4-5 game now, and it's kind of it's not looking good for the home team. We've kind of won city, but the problem is they control the center. So looking. Let's see if we can find the M4. About that time, the E25 decides he's gonna do something here, which is fine with us here. It works if he can push the that one line. The VK rolls around. He's gonna take on the IS. He gets drapped for 350 plus. Looks like either artillery hit him. Challenger's really working him over. So we're down 5-6 right now. So I know the Challenger's somewhere right in there. We're gonna let a shell fly. I was hoping to maybe one-shot him, but it didn't work out that way. So round we look here. E25 goes after the M4, and let's go with the PZ SFL. Gets a little cheeky here with my shots. I'm just like, I think I'll just throw that shit out here. Don't finish him off. Unfortunately, I wasted a shell. What are you gonna do here? So Cromwell's moving up. He gets nailed by the Nashorn. And now we've kind of turned the game back around here. Now we're up 8-6. Challenger still hanging hard in that bush and around the corner here. I would really like for him to move around. However, not getting a shot on him. E25 has moved up. He is trying to do some spotting. Unfortunately, the Dickermax and the P43, no fucking clue. They're not in positions to take shots, so they're just hanging out here. Find the Su-85. All right, here we go. E25 comes over the top of the hill. He starts to put shells into the Su-85. Just outside. I'm waiting here for my shot. Still didn't get him. E25 kills the Su-85, but the Challenger also picks him up too. So now I got the Leo behind the rock. Now only with the stupid amount of shot or gun depression on this thing. It's got a pretty decent fucking arc on it as well. I had a shot the other day where I actually not the other day, one of the other games, of the 4 games that I played, I put one underneath the track of the fucking railroad car because it fires kind of downwards a little bit there. So pick up the Dickermax. Yeah, you're just gonna sit there. 123. Spot him, and the other left just fucking annihilates him. Wow. All right, so I got the. Puts a shell into the Challenger. I'm not sure what I hit him for, but I did nail him there. I'm hoping that maybe he's tracked, so I'm going to put another shell in there. Nope, he's moved. Oof, just wicked. So we've got the 1-2 line, we've got the 9-0 line. It's just the Challenger here in the center that's hanging out. And we're just going to sit here and wait to see what happens. It doesn't have quite the range to reach this map, but however, moving up a little bit here, not too shabby. So since everybody's not really moving up here, and the center's got to get spotted, otherwise we're going to get fucking wrecked. I move up in here, and I'm going to see if I can pick up at least a target. I'm assuming the Challenger was hopefully still here, so I'm going to zoom out, but I'm still driving. Yeah, I know I'm a regular badass when it comes to being a TD in my artillery. So move on up here. Let's see if we get a shot out here. Put a shell out the SU-22A. Don't hit him. That would have been great for the video, right? Not only can that get it, shoots on the ground. Now, how the fuck that artillery? All right, so actually, I'm thinking about we're gonna slow that down a little bit here. That right there was pretty fucking suspect. I would say that player probably has some sort of artillery mod, because there is no reason for him to assume that's where I would be at in an artillery piece to fire. I was never spotted, but yet somehow, yeah, that's a questionable one. See right there, LEF once again. Pick up the Challenger. We're just gonna nail him in the ass. There, I was spotted. Kind of, yeah. I'm not. Maybe not. Maybe more and more I think about it, maybe I was wrong there. He does look like I probably was spotted. I didn't realize I was that far up the slope. So, ixnay on that conspiracy theory. I just happened to see that. I was like, God damn, how did I get fucking seen from there? But I wasn't really looking at the mini map. I probably was up far enough that the Challenger did spot me. And since I don't have sixth sense, I wouldn't know. However, like I said, fucking super broken, stupid tank being sold again on the EU. Fucking craziness right there. That's all I got to say. Another 1,500 damage game. Yeah, it's just an absolute wrecker at this tier. So hopefully you guys liked the video, and we'll see you guys later.